Hey, it's Nathan Selove from Outcroft Films with another edition of Autism Actually Speaking. So this week I'm going to be addressing one of the most difficult things about growing up as an Aspie. Making friends. Now this video is a response to a recent Facebook post on Essential Pieces, which is an autism support group that I've spoken to in the past, from a concerned mother of an autistic child who believes that his difficulty at making friends means that he's a loser. I'm here to explain to him and to kids like him that this is simply not the case. I'd also like to give some tips about making friends because I know as well as anyone that kids can be terrorists, but the right kids can really make your school experience much better. Now again, these tips will be based off my own experience. Tip number 1, quality over quantity. For the longest time, I thought that because I didn't have a lot of friends that it made me lesser. But eventually I started to realize that, you know what? Those cool kids or popular kids can brag about how many friends they have all day. But it's much better to use your time and energy to find just a few really true ones. So give them your attention instead. Which brings me to our second tip. Don't be so desperate for friends that you settle for someone who takes advantage of you. I had this problem a lot. If you're the only one in a friendship that actually wants it, then the other person has all the power, and they can take advantage of you. Don't let someone manipulate, lie, or deceive you. And the best way to tell if someone's a fake friend like this is if they ask you to do something that you don't want to do, and if you don't do it, then they say, "I won't be your friend anymore." If someone threatens a friendship over something that you don't want to do, then they're not worth your time. And you should use your energy on people that really do care about you. Tip number 3, find your group. If you're like me, then you probably have a special interest that you could talk about all day. And sometimes I do. To people that might not necessarily care that much. So find a group that shares that interest, and use them to help expand your own knowledge about that subject. For me, it was drama and speech. And I met some of the best friends that I've ever had in those programs, many of which I'm still friends with even in college. I even met my girlfriend at a speech tournament. So find a group that won't only appreciate your talents, but also appreciate who you are. Tip number 4, no matter what you do, not everybody is going to like you. And this was especially difficult for me to accept because I'm kind of a people pleaser, but some people just don't like me. Our personalities just don't mesh. And you just need to realize that that doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad person. But it also doesn't mean that you're a bad person either. Now, the Facebook post that inspired this video was really difficult for me, because this was a kid who truly believed that he was a loser, that he was a freak because he was different. And this really hit home. Because that was me. So this is for that boy. And to every autistic child out there who feels lesser because of who they are. I know sometimes it feels like the world's against you, that you were born on the wrong planet. But you have something that normal people just don't have. And that's a special interest, a passion, a superpower. Develop that special interest and become a master at it, and I promise you that people will appreciate your talent. Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Edison, Albert Einstein, Benjamin Franklin, Bill Gates, Mozart. Where would we be without these men? Where would we be without autistics? There's nothing to keep you from achieving that greatness. I know you're probably tired of hearing this by now, but it really does get better. And if you're a bully who picks on people for being different, you better enjoy your high horse while you have it. Because you know that kid who you harass for being different, who you kick to the ground, who you beat up? Someday you won't be calling them loser. You know what you'll be calling them? Boss. If you have any questions or topics you'd like addressed, please leave them in the comments below. Or message me on my Facebook, also linked below. And remember, If you can talk non-stop about a subject all day and never lose interest and cover every aspect of that subject, you might be amazing.